Hey everybody, it is Tuesday, December the 5th, 2017. If you are really dorky and into folklore like I am, it is Krampusnacht, so the night that Santa's demonic little helper comes by and kidnaps and eats your kids and takes their soul. It's really alpine and old and strange, and I'm weird and twisted and love it because I'm from West Virginia, so Santa giving you a lump of coal was never a threat to me, but oh no, you're gonna kidnap me and eat my flesh, would have made me a better kid, so no wonder those Germans and Swiss kids are so well behaved. Anyway, just gonna be brief tonight because again it's late because I'm terrible at planning things out. Hopefully next week I can maybe record these a day in advance. I don't really know. Again, like I said yesterday, I've started to quickly realize this is more of a video diary for me to look back on later on for myself because I doubt many people will watch these. That said, I want to keep it brief so that potentially more people will and more people will be helped, I hope. So my observation for today on this third day of Advent, fifth day again of December, I want to talk about the weather. If you can't tell, actually I've had a kind of a late-ish day. I went over and hung out with some friends and forced them to watch the first episode of Dark, and it was good to rewatch it because again I'm obsessed with that show and I'm trying to make them catch up to episode 4 as soon as they can so I can see beyond that. Yeah, I'm wearing my raincoat because it was super, super rainy here in town today. We've got a cold front coming through. I'm excited. We're supposed to get snow on Saturday, but today was just cold, rain, overcast, very, very drowsy weather. But, as my closest friends know about me, cloudy/rainy days, when it gets cold snow obviously, but in general cloudy and rainy days are my favorite kind of weather, which throws some people off because I'm typically a really happy, bubbly personality. But I don't really. Well, it's not that I don't like the sun. I think sunny days are a little overrated. If it's going to be a sunny day, I would at least rather have it be partly sunny, so I get some clouds splattered in there. And the older I get, the more I realize, and I've expressed this to friends many a time before, is that the reason that I enjoy cloudy, rainy weather is because I've gone through so much hell in my life, and as ridiculous as it sounds, it kind of makes me happy to know that there are days that Mother Nature is kind of pissed and sad, just like me, most of my life. So when it's rainy and cloudy outside, I enjoy it. Plus, it makes me again more melancholic, but it also makes me more introspective, which I believe makes me and makes all of us a better person. And it makes me grateful. It makes me realize that sunny days, aka the good times in life, they shouldn't be taken for granted. There aren't any guarantees that we will go through a single day unscathed from life, and rainy days remind me of that. And it also reminds me of a portion of scripture that talks about how rain falls on the just and the unjust, that rain is, like most things in life, a two-edged sword. It can be a blessing, it can be a curse, but the reality is it doesn't matter your race, your religion, your background, it doesn't matter your socioeconomic status, your education, it doesn't matter who you voted for in the last election or who you'll vote for in the next, it doesn't matter what your favorite food or TV show is, it doesn't matter literally anything about who you are. You get wet if you walk out into the rain, and rain grows crops, but it also can bust dams. And so I was reminded of that today. I work in an old Victorian neighborhood, and the houses are beautiful. It's my favorite type of residential architecture, and so I always think about kind of the past and history and how literally everything and everyone is connected when I walk through this neighborhood every day for my lunch break. And so when you add in the layer of rain, that gets me thinking even more and gets me more introspective. And so I just want to encourage people today that just like rain is good and just like it's okay for Mother Nature to be sad, if you are grieving or having a rough time this holiday season, it's okay to be sad. There's definitely a difference in getting so consumed by your sadness that it creates kind of your sense of identity. And this may be a controversial statement, but I believe that sadness is a good thing. I believe that all emotions, to some extent at least, were given to us by God. I do believe that, to be fair, a lot of emotions only exist because we live in a broken, sinful world, and that in heaven they won't exist. There won't be tears, there won't be sadness. I believe that the Christian scriptures teach this, and that's good. That's a great thing. I look forward to the day where I won't be sad, but I also believe that in this life, to take hold of that sadness, especially sadness from something like the loss of a loved one, and just really dwelling on that and thinking about what that means is a good thing, because in the same way, again, that the rain can flood a neighborhood, it also makes flowers grow. And so that if you're walking through this holiday season, don't be afraid, especially if you're a believer, don't be afraid to be sad and to be raw and to be real about the emotions you're experiencing, because it's a tough time. Life in general is tough, especially around the holiday where everyone's like, oh, it's Santa and everything's happy and perfect, which is bullshit. It's okay. It's okay. Don't do it alone. Make sure that you have people around you that know what you're going through, but above all, don't be afraid to be real. Don't be afraid to kind of stand in the rain and let the rain wash over you every now and then, because that's good. I think it puts us kind of in our place in a cosmic sense, and just like the rain, I think sadness can be renewing. And so that's my encouraging word for the day and my perspective and insight for today. Hope you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you all maybe, or just myself, tomorrow. All right, love you guys. Night.